Hi guys, welcome back to our YouTube channel. Hope you've clicked like, hope you've clicked subscribe. I bet you're wondering why I'm standing next to a Ford.
Spell check went wrong on your laptop. You pressed F and it come up with Ford, not Fiat, and he just clicked on it. I think he was drunk.
No. So, why am I standing next to a Ford when I love my Italian cars? Like anyone else, remember when you were little and used to jump in your mum and dad's car, be picked up from school in that certain car, and you got great memories of that certain car? Well, my mum and dad were cool. They were super cool when I was at school. And they used to pick me up in a Ford Xr2 Mark 1, just like this one. So I've brought it for two reasons. One, sentimental, and two, it's one of them bucket list cars I've wanted to tick off.
Three. The third one is he's got bored of pushing Fiats.
No, number three is they're a great investment. Come on. I know you like
cool.
Fords.
It's good retro.
I know he likes Fords.
No, I do like old school Fords. Not gonna lie.
What do you reckon to this one?
It's clean. It's clean, but I haven't been out in it yet, so where I can say whether it's reliable or not is another matter.
Serviced it, we've cleaned it, seats are a bit mouldy, Raj at Ride Effect, he's here today. We're fixing his van. We're just saying what an amazing job you did on detailing the XR2. Oh, do you know what? No, I like it, but I haven't driven it yet. So I think we should take it out. Yeah. You guys come along with us.
Yeah, and we're also going to give it to James for his honest car reviews.
Yeah, we're going to get James in. He's going to give us James's honest car reviews.
Yep. Yep.
Any new viewers from the Ford, what do you call it? Community. Welcome. Sorry, I don't know much about Fords. We just do Italian cars here. So feel free to comment below. Give us some tips about what's good. I haven't driven it yet, so we'll find out what is rubbish with it.
And what's maybe good with it.
Maybe good. I don't know.
There's not caused haters already with the Ford community.
No, look, I've got a soft spot for these. I like them.
Cool.
Yeah. So.
Well, first of all, we need to put it on the dyno, just for a laugh.
Yeah, let's get it on the dyno and
see how many ponies it's lost. So, what is it standard?
85 or 84. Yeah. Comment below. Don't know. I should Google it.
Yeah.
I might Google it in a minute.
Yeah.
Yeah. Right guys, so we've got my XR2 on the dyno and we're going to see how much brake horsepower it's lost over 40 years.
What do you bet?
Well, I think it's lost about 10. Well, do you know what? I have serviced it, new plugs, leads, oil, so maybe that might help. But I'm going to go for 74.
So what's the pin code to start this up?
Oh, it's a secret, hang on.
You could make it more believable, you know. Cool, much better. Would it start now?
Yeah. Moss Security. The 80s finest.
The wireless edition.
Bluetooth.
Bluetooth.
There we go, you're all set.
71.9 horsepower and 120 newton meters. So the newton meters is pretty much there from standard of 122, but she's lost 10 ponies.
I think a rebuild of the carburettor and that's our 10.
Well, let's rebuild the carburettor and we'll run it again.
I'm not a Ford guy, I'm an Italian guy, right? So I'm hoping a lot of Ford fans are watching this. Can you comment below tips how to gain back the 10 brake horsepower that we've lost out of this XR2? I've given things I've done already. It's had new HT leads, new plugs, given it a service, not touched the carburettor yet. So is that something I should do next? You XR2 people, comment below, let me know. And yeah, once it stops raining, we'll get it out.
Yeah.
On a road test.
Unstrap her before I want to do another run in it for laughs. I went gentle on her though.
Was it
Didn't
all
I
right?
didn't. Yeah, I didn't take her past 6,000.
I don't know jack about a Ford Xr2, yeah? So you question my knowledge on any Italian car, I'm your man, I'll answer it. Ask me stuff about this, I don't know nothing, so I'm not going to pretend I know things about the car. So I'm going to tell you what I like about it. Pepper pot wheels. What size are these? 13-inch. Same as the Uno Turbo. I think these are cool. Round lights. But let's come over to the interior. Look how clean and old school this is. The seats are in good nick, thanks to Raj, but there's no bolster wear, no material wear, it's all good. Previous owners put an up-to-date stereo in it. Might change that for a period correct one. These buttons, look at that. Look at that, James. Hazards. 1, 2, is that 3? 1, 2. 2 settings for the fan. Fog light button. Look at that ashtray. Wow, it's so old, isn't it? And then
We have the nuclear launch option.
look at this. Nuclear. Moss security. It's Bluetooth because the wires have been cut. Windy windows. Nothing. Do you know what? Nothing in here can go wrong. The only futuristic thing, look at this though, digital clock up here. I remember when I was 5 years old, I remember this in my mum and dad's car, and it didn't work. The clock display didn't work, but in this one it does. But it brings back loads of memories. Sure, what was it, guys, when you were younger, what was your mum and dad's car that brings you such amazing memories? Comment below, let me know, because I'd like to know. But yeah, you might be shocked. It wasn't an Italian car. My mum and dad didn't even own an Italian car when I was younger. It was a, oh yeah, they did, Lancia Beta. Then it was an XR2. Then it was a Vauxhall Cavalier. Then after that, my dad brought an Alfa 146 Ti. And then he stuck to Italian cars. Let's get the boot open. Another funny thing is this normal? Like, you don't have one key for everything. They're all separate keys for each individual locks. But hey ho. All right, let's get the boot open. One thing I'm annoyed about is the parcel shelf has got holes in it because they've put these big Sashio 100-watt speakers, like you did in the 80s. You put big speakers and people would smash the back screen and nick them. But the boot, look, it's all there. The carpet is there. So you've got a carpet, and then you've got these wooden, look at that in there. Oh, and the boot floor is all good. There's no rot or corrosion. Got a spare wheel, some spare parts. So it's got Moss security stickers all over it. That would have been to scare away the burglars or the joyriders. Do you know what happened to my mum and dad's XR2? It got nicked off their driveway. And it got found like a month later, but it was a wreck.
Did it have Moss security stickers in the windows?
No.
That's why.
No Moss security stickers in the window. So we've got a rubber spoiler. I remember my mum and dad's one. It was like, it like kind of bloody bowed at the end. But this one's good. And then we've got a stainless steel exhaust system on it. I know that's not standard, but I'm going to take that off and I'm going to get an OE stainless steel looking one because there's a company that makes them for these. That's what I'm going to do on this. No, let's just get the thing out. Let's go for a drive. I want to drive it. I've never driven one, so I want to see what they drive like. Right, this is my first time I've ever driven this car. Mudging.
You know what, put a heated windscreen on?
Yeah, we better. What? I mean, what's all that?
What's that, like 30 years? Turn that off.
That's asbestos.
Oh, Jesus.
My first thoughts, it's very old. It drives like an old car.
You know how fast we go?
30.
30.
And this gear stick is like a wooden spoon in a bowl of soup. So there's got to be a fix for that.
Yeah, I have to admit, on the
That-
dyno it was very loose.
That's horrible.
But it probably didn't come out of the factory like that. That's
No.
probably just where it's been.
I know it's a common thing for the bushes to be knackered on the gear stick.
Very loose.
We've only got 4 gears. James, what's it like back there?
Surprisingly quite spacious. I mean, I don't know how far forward JP's seat is.
I can go forward if I want to,
Oh, okay.
but
I
I'm not.
literally have loads of room.
Oh, that's all right.
Like, I'm not joking. There's like 6 inches of like knee room. You'll find out when you're in the back of it. It's actually really good. And I've got an ashtray. What more could you want?
Yeah.
And a dodgy aftermarket seatbelt. Which will definitely cut me in half.
Shall I be brutally honest?
Yeah.
And I'm not. Don't hate me, guys, for this. But if I'm brutally honest, well, let me put my foot down. Let's drop a gear. Oh, look, see?
Go on, drop a gear. Oh, 71 horsepower
I
that it
feel
has.
like that gear stick's gonna come off in my hand. Oh, I don't want to hate this car. I really don't. But I don't see the fascination with fast Fords, XR2s and stuff. I don't. Give me a I prefer my Lancia Delta, the HF. Sorry, I'm sorry. I'll like it in a minute.
But let's be realistic now.
Yeah.
What in its time, what
Yeah.
was this against with, say, Fiat wise? What was it? What, the Uno Turbo?
No, Uno Turbo came out later.
Came out later. What was
Yeah,
before
this is
that?
1983. Well, what is it? No, yeah. I think the Uno Turbo, the first one was a C-Reg.
So you think Fiat A-Reg? Yeah,
The 131 Fiat come out with.
Yeah.
And we drove that last week. Me and James went out in it and broke down, and
That was good though.
that drives better than this.
But that was.
There
Okay.
we go. Yeah, he's got to rev it out. But it's a bit wet.
This is quite nippy for all of 3 adults in here.
I was going to say, we are waiting this car down quite a bit.
I bet it's really quick for me and my
It's
own.
actually not bad.
It isn't, is it? Okay, look, see? Positive. Oh, I'm not going through that paddle.
Yeah, you've got to drive it to...
You really got to rev the nuts off it though. God, that does these shifts, isn't it?
Yeah, it's all right. Go on, second gear. Go on,
God's sake.
second gear. There it is.
Oh,
And it does sound cool.
it does sound good, don't it? But
And not like most old cars where you can smell the massive waft of like fuel from the front end coming into the cabin. I can actually breathe in here.
Did you see that? We make people smile when they look at us. That guy just smiled. I bet we made his day. He went, "Oh, XR2." Revs though,
But it's smooth.
it is, isn't it? It
Right,
is.
that's it. Chuck it around a little bit. Remember, this guy's got no seatbelt in the back.
I do have a seatbelt.
Oh, you
It's just
do?
half a seatbelt. Yeah, it's like a.
Oh, is it the one that goes across your lap if you
it's
sat in the middle?
A coach seatbelt. Yeah.
It sounds brilliant. It revs. It really does want to go. So back in the day, this was the thing, isn't it?
Yeah.
I get it. It's really basic, isn't
When you change gear and you drop the clutch, the rev counter goes like that.
it? James sit at the front.
Well, we need to let James drive it. We got on James's honest car reviews.
You want me to let James drive
He's got
it?
to drive it.
Okay. You'll get used to the gear stick.
What was that noise?
Please don't break
That
it.
should be first, in theory. What is the accelerator pedal? It's like a rock. I have been enlisted to drive this because I have no affiliation with Italian cars, or my parents didn't have one of these when I was a kid, so I have no reason to love or hate it. It feels
Well,
like
do you know
a
what?
very old
Why
Fiesta.
does it feel faster me sat here?
Everything feels faster in the
Usually
passenger.
accelerator pedal.
Do
So I see what Ad says about the gearbox. It is horrendous.
you know why these are so rare? They all end up in the ditch for joyriding,
Yeah.
and that's where I feel we're going to end up.
The steering is old, I'm gonna say, a little bit loose, but feels like a little Fiesta. It's slightly terrifying. It's all right actually.
It's pokey, isn't it?
It's all right. I mean, this is I mean, it's only got 4 gears, so I'm nearly in top gear, being in third, but it actually goes. Oh my God, where is second gear? Why does second gear not exist?
Gently.
Do you know what? Third and fourth are absolutely fine. Second gear doesn't exist. Right, here we go.
Oh, we're off.
Send it!
But third's fine,
Oh, this
fourth's
poor
fine,
car.
it's just second gear doesn't exist.
Oh, I'll fix it. I'll
Yeah.
change the bushes
You
or
know
something.
what? Other than that though, it drives really nice. It handles quite well. I mean, it doesn't weigh anything. The brakes are okay. A bit spongy, but like they work. I have to find second again. Oh, it went in. It
Yeah,
went
you
into
kind
second.
of get used to it.
Yeah.
You know where it is. You've got to get used to the
You
car.
just have to like preempt it and put it in second like 10 minutes before you get to the corner.
She smiled. See,
She
we make
loves
people
it.
happy.
And I tell you what, it sounds great.
It does.
With that like cherry bomb exhaust, it sounds awesome.
Shall we put a mic on it?
Yeah, we'll stick a mic on it, get some noises. I mean, you can probably hear it from in here, to be fair, it's so loud. Why is it so hot out there? I'm dying. I'm literally
I don't
melting.
know what's what there.
But yeah, the accelerator pedal is literally like the worst thing ever. There's no feel on it at all.
Mr. Smith.
It's either on or off.
There it
We
is.
found a gear! Look at it go! It's a machine! What an absolute weapon. Oh, it's leaning.
Send it.
It's pulling. It's pulling. Oh, yes.
Sounds so good.
It sounds awesome. It's proper little raucous.
This must have been a weapon back then.
That's the thing. I think you are too harsh on this. I think it's
I
great.
was sorry. I take back, apart from the rubbish gearbox linkage thing.
Yes, the
I'll take it
gearbox
back.
is, it needs work, let's say. But other than that, oh, and the accelerator pedal, I think you need a new throttle cable or something, because it's literally like somebody's got a brick underneath it.
When I take the carbs off, I'll have a look at how it will be freer.
But other than those two minor issues, it's great. The thing is, there are no bad handling Fiestas. Like, every Fiesta I've ever driven has always handled really well for what they are, which is a little shitbox. Look at it go. Just eating up these back roads. I love this. This is
No
great.
wonder it was so cool back then. I get it. I do.
I have had a grin on my face this whole time.
Have you?
Yeah, this is great.
I
I'm
don't
loving
take
this.
my eyes off the road.
Yeah, I know. You are shitting your pants a little bit.
Yeah, as everyone knows, I'm a bad passenger. And you are scaring me right now.
Am I?
Yeah.
Oh no, second you were
Spare
doing...
wheel just jumped in the back.
Second gear was doing so well up until then. Oh, it loves it. It loves being revved. It's like driving an old Honda. It's wicked. I mean, it's no VTEC, but...
We'll score it out of 10 when we get back.
Oh, mate.
I feel like I was a little bit harsh at the beginning.
I think you were. I think it needs a bit of... it needs to be driven
hard.
like you don't like it.
Drive it like you stole it.
Exactly. And
Yeah.
that, because most of them were stolen.
Yeah. Apart from the gearbox, I love it. I do.
Yeah, the gearbox is genuinely... I found a gear!
So guys, that's the end of today's episode. Hope you liked the XR2. Help me out, comment below. I need to fix that gear shifter because it is terrible. Terrible.
It works, you just don't go all the way over to the left. If you go nicely, it does go in.
I did
but
kind of
it
get
is-
used to it after a while. You kind of like get used to the gear changes.
I didn't really get to drive it, but it was a laugh to be in. I can probably assume, obviously we know that it's probably the bushes on the gear stick.
Linkages, yeah,
And then James said the pedal's a little bit stiff, accelerator pedal, so
yeah.
I'll probably say it's the spring near the throttle body. There's always a spring in its cable, isn't it? So there'll be some sort of spring.
I'll have a look. When I get onto it,
we'll sort
I'll
it
have a
out,
look.
but-
I'll sort it out. It's only niggly bits, but otherwise she goes all right.
Yeah, I enjoyed it. I thought it was
Handles
fun.
all right. Yeah.
James chucked it around a little bit.
For a 40-year-old car,
And it didn't break down like your 131.
yeah, or the Uno Turbo.
Didn't have to push it.
How many cars have broken down on us on road tests? Quite a few.
Two,
This-
I think. Two. So, well, the Uno
Yeah.
Turbo broke down us because a pipe come off, and then you guys were driving the 131, and it
Yeah. This
died.
didn't break down.
Yeah, but the Euro Turbo then broke down with Nick driving.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, so multiple breakdowns on the
Mm.
Uno.
April, we've got a car show, 1st of April. If you want to come along, that'll be cool. Italian cars only. But yeah, that's it really today.
He says Italian cars, but I bet you Ford owners, you'll be all right coming over. He's got a Ford now, so he can't say no.
I'm actually going to a Ford, my very first Ford car show tomorrow.
He's going to be wearing a Burberry hat and all sorts.
Oh God, oh well. Well, I like it. It's brought back memories. Hope you guys like it. I'm going to get it looking and...
I don't know whether we should change the exhaust, because that exhaust sounded really good. I mean, what do you XR2 owners think? Leave it looking like that or better OE?
The exhaust. Sounds good.
It does sound good. Raspy when you actually put your foot down in it.
Oh, right, guys, coming soon. Merchandise, you can buy Autosportivo t-shirts and...
Don't look at me, I'm wearing Superdry and the Lego Man outfit, which is a one of one. You lot are having that.
And air fresheners. You could buy our air fresheners now on our YouTube. And you could do what? Stickers and memberships.
Memberships?
Yeah, so people can pay membership and you'll get behind the scenes action of what goes on in Autosportivo. It's all coming soon, it's all on the channel.
Fair enough.
Thank you guys for watching. Don't forget, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, and we'll see you soon.